Hi, guys. Welcome to my podcast. I'm Clarissa, and I decided that I wanted to start a podcast for many reasons. Number one, I love yapping. I am a yapper, and eventually, I'd love to interview people, so I want to be able to pick brains and learn new things. Two, I feel like there isn't a platform that is just having a conversation. Just having a conversation, just talking about whatever, talking about anything. There's no limits. We could talk about fashion, we could talk about psychology, we can talk about science, even though I'm not really that advanced in science. I don't know if we should talk about that, but we could. Um, you know, there's nothing off limits, there's nothing off the table. And I just wanted this to be an open place that we can share ideas, that you guys can interact, that I can learn things from you, you could learn things from me, and that this can just be a safe space that we can talk about whatever and have intellectual quality conversations. So that's the point of this podcast. And I'm actually really excited because I've been thinking about starting a podcast for so long. It's been something that I've been wanting to do forever. So I'm excited. But today's topic is going to be something that I have been going through and that I feel everyone goes through in their life. And also, I'm reading off my iPad as well. So if you see me looking down, that's why. Anyway, the topic is going through a transitional stage in your life. Now, this can look like a lot of different things. This can look like maybe changing jobs, maybe moving to a new city, new country, new state, new place, new area, maybe having a baby, maybe getting married, maybe transitioning from getting a divorce, maybe somebody has passed away in your life and someone that you love deeply and you're having a hard time transitioning into the next part of life because it happens. That's what life is. For me, this transitional stage is coming back from a place that I have been dreaming of, a place that I've been looking forward to for so long, and coming back to a familiar environment as a changed person. So, to give you backstory, I was living abroad for a while and I had to leave. Not forever, but for now. And I feel like I'm having a hard time adjusting back to my environment, to my home, to people that I'm interacting with. I don't know why, but it's been hard. And I wanted to kind of talk about it a little bit, talk about it with you guys. We could talk it out, maybe see what's going on, give you some things that I've picked up on that have helped me. So that's what we're gonna do. And these transitional stages of life, they can be good. They most of the time are necessary, most of the time are good. Through them, you can get feelings of positivity, feelings of figuring out who you are, but they can also bring a lot of uncertainty, not knowing what you're doing, not knowing what you want out of life, not knowing who you are, and that's okay. That is okay. Okay, let's dive right into the topics. So, this time has allowed me to reflect a lot about my past life, about the things that I think I want, the things that society has conditioned me to want. And I'm really questioning a lot in my life, and I'm questioning a lot of what I'm thinking. We live in a very social media, everything's on social media type of life, which I'm a fan of because I love looking at fashion, looking at what's going on with these events, looking at what my friends are doing and things. sometimes it can be a lot, and I kind of have these like moments of, should I delete social media for the summer? I think about it a lot, honestly, because I think it would be beneficial for my mental health, beneficial for finding out who I want to be, who I am, and sometimes I feel like I'm a little too conditioned with online and what's going on. So I've been thinking about that. But with this transitional period, I have been really letting go of those expectations and of timelines. And I don't know why in my brain I just have these thoughts that are like, okay, you have this timeline to do this, you could only do this and this, you have to do this, you have to do this, you have to move here. You don't have to do anything. You do not have to do anything. You do not have to do the things that society tells you that you have to do. And this can be a hard concept to grasp your brain around because, guys, we have been conditioned since when we were younger that, you have to work this, you have to get a 9 to 5, you have to go to college. You don't want to do any of those things and you want to pursue something else, you can do it. So, this period has been having me question a lot about my future goals and a lot about the things that I want to do. And I'm like, do I really want to do them? I recently took a trip to New York and it was very overwhelming for me. New York is a place that I love so much. It's so magical, it's amazing. I don't know why this trip was a little overwhelming. Maybe because I immediately jumped into going there when I came back from Paris, or maybe it was just a lot of overwhelmment. I feel a lot of stress because I don't have an apartment, I don't have a job. Which honestly, that's what I'm stressing about in life. I'm blessed because there's so many people out there who stress with so much more. But the stresses are still valid, but it didn't feel like what I thought it would feel like. I thought New York would be amazing coming back, it'd be grand. I would be kind of a level of confidence that I have been dreaming about. But I kind of experienced the opposite, and I experienced a lot of uncertainty, a lot of confusion, a lot of, do I want this? Is this something that I want? And I'm not gonna run with it and be like, I'm never gonna live in New York, but maybe I just need to take a break for the summer. Maybe I just need to allow myself to just have a peaceful relaxation mind. Because, New York is a lot. You're constantly on, you're constantly doing things, you're constantly chasing something. So maybe I just need to allow myself this time to go through periods of my life where I can just turn my brain off, allow myself to be, and just be in the moment. And maybe society has been telling me for so long, you need to be in New York, you need to be in a city all the time. But it's okay to take breaks, it's okay to have off periods, because life is like this. It's not like this. It's all over the place, and that's the beauty of it. Moral of the story is to not put timelines on yourself, not pressure yourself into doing things that you don't really want to do. And a lot of the times, the things that we think we want, we really don't. We really don't want. Now, with that being said, in this transitional stage, I think it's very important to surrender to divine timing and to trust in whatever you believe in. Either it's God, the universe, whatever. I don't know what else there is. Trusting into the divine of everything. Because a lot of the times we cannot see what is in the works for us. A lot of the times we do not know the doors that are opening, the doors that are closing. just have to have faith and we just have to trust. So I've been leaning a lot into my faith in this time of my life. Oh, there's a piece of fuzz. I do and am trying to get closer to my faith as I'm getting older, and I have noticed that this kind of period is allowing me to do that, so I am grateful for this transitional stage. But it is something that you work with, and it's something that you grow with, and just have faith that everything's going to work out, because it is. In the end, everything really does work out for you, and it works out for your highest good. I always think about this one scripture from the Bible. I'm not quoting it directly, but it's the gist of it is, with a man it is impossible, but with God anything is possible. And that's kind of what I've been repeating to myself and kind of like flowing in and out of my day. And lastly, this transitional time has been teaching me to trust my intuition. As women, I don't know if you're a guy watching, but hello. But as women, we have very strong intuition. I think we are eternally blessed with that gift of being able to identify this situation isn't good for me, this person isn't good for me, I shouldn't do this, or I should do this, or I'm feeling very drawn to this. So I've been very in tune with my intuition and allowing myself to actually go with the things that I'm like, okay, yes, this is what I need to do, and not kind of, no, I can't do this, or letting myself get in the way. So maybe your transitional stage is allowing you to have a little bit more intuition recognition. And I feel like the stronger your intuition is, the better your life is, the more you will see manifesting into your life, because you're very connected with the divine, with the source, with God. And I think when you're in phases like this in your life, it's so important to have those things that you come back to that make you feel a sense of comfortable, a sense of self, a sense of identity, that just ground you and help you to stay sane. Because I might be losing my mind just a little bit, but these things have been helping me. One of my favorite things to do is have my morning coffee and journal, write down everything that's on my mind, just get it out of my mind so that I could start my day fresh. And it's definitely become a ritual to just sit at my table, have my coffee, write in my journal. There's like little hummingbird feeders right in the window that's across from our table. So I just look at the hummingbirds. If it's a nice day, I'll look outside, look at the sun, feel the wind, hear the birds chirping, and the trees. It's very peaceful. But it's something that has been very grounding, and it brings me back to who I am, and it brings me back to the present moment. I also have been really liking just listening to classical music, especially when I'm showering. Don't know why, it brings me a lot of peace, and I love classical piano, classical jazz, all classical music. It's definitely a dream of mine to learn the piano, learn to play a musical instrument. But it's just been something that I've been doing frequently, and I've added it into my routine. It just brings me a sense of joy, and I don't know, maybe I'm just very in the moment listening to the music. That's why I'm able to really appreciate it. Maybe it just kind of calms my mind and allows me to do other things if I'm listening to it while I'm showering or cooking or going for a walk or something. It's been very nice, and I cannot recommend it more. I just have to remember, life is really about the small things and the things that we do to romanticize each day, because, guys, if we don't romanticize our life, who is going to romanticize our life? Who's going to do it if we don't do it? That's what I always think about. And this is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this little yapping moment. If you're going through a transitional stage, girl, I'm there with you. I am right there with you. You're not alone. Everybody goes through these. You're gonna get through it. Things are gonna be okay. Things are gonna start working out for you. Have faith, trust the process, and keep romanticizing your life and romanticize those daily things. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so grateful that you stayed to the end of the video, and I hope you guys have a beautiful night or day or morning or evening or afternoon, whatever time zone you're in. I hope you're having a beautiful time, and I'll see you guys in the next podcast.